According to a new analysis, Kari Lake's election lies, and of course the resulting lawsuits that she's filed against the state of Arizona since her loss in the 2022 gubernatorial race, has now cost taxpayers in the state of Arizona $140,000. Now, Kari Lake has been ordered so far to repay $30,000 in court fees. But $30,000, as I'm sure everybody is aware, is definitely a lot less than $140,000. And all of this is because she is a sore loser. She had a trial this past week that once again cost Arizona more money. The state had to pay their lawyers to go in there and argue that everything she is saying, everything her lawyers are saying, is completely untrue. It's also worth pointing out that Kari Lake's lawyers are not election experts. One of them is a divorce lawyer, and the other one is an employment lawyer, neither of which have anything to do with elections. Even though there are actually election lawyers out there across the country, Kari Lake decided to, just Google lawyers near me, and those were the first two that came up, I guess. Either way, her lies are costing the state, the taxpayers, money. Over $100,000 at this point. And what makes me angriest about all of this is that the court system has played along with it. Not only played along with it, by the way, but they have actually allowed Kari Lake to not repay the state. When the Arizona Supreme Court recently ruled that all of her claims are false except for the one, and that's the one that, was able to go back and have the trial this week, even though that judge said you haven't proven any evidence or provided any evidence, but I'm going to let you do it anyway. The Arizona Supreme Court in that same ruling said, by the way, we're going to toss out the part of the lawsuit from Katie Hobbs asking you to repay the state the court costs. So the state can't recoup the money because the Supreme Court already ruled that, we're not going to let you get the money back, even though you have proven and we have decided that everything this woman and her lawyers have said is fake. We know it's fake. We agree it's fake. She is a liar. She has wasted all our time. You don't get your money back. Get out of my court. That's what the court system has said to the state of Arizona. Now, let me read this. This is from Max Burns, who's a strategist, a really smart guy. He says, late last year, Lake told a crowd she'd like to see Maricopa's election officials imprisoned for what she imagines is their role in her loss. Meanwhile, Arizonans are footing the bill as Kari Lake turns their court system into her latest performance art venue. Lake has already been ordered to pay over $30,000 in court fees related to her lawsuit against Hobbs, but taxpayers forked over $141,000 to fight a different single meritless case Lake filed against Maricopa County. For this one, the court was also on the hook for processing over 7,000 pages of evidence Lake's attorneys provided, none of which actually implicated Maricopa County. And I love that he pointed out that she is using the court system as her latest theater for her performance art. And the courts are going along with it. It's not just the Arizona Supreme Court that has made me mad. It's the judge this past week that looked Lake and her lawyers in the eye and said, you've provided no evidence to back up any of your claims. You can't show me a single thing to prove or even question anything you've presented. But I'm going to give you a new trial anyway. This is nuts. They're going along with it. What in the hell is going on in the state of Arizona? What the hell has been going on in the state of Arizona for the last 2.5 years, folks? It's anarchy over there. The Republicans have made a mockery of everything in that state, going all the way back to the 2020 election. And it doesn't appear to be getting any better. Voters in Arizona, for the love of God, take notice to the mockery that these Republicans like Kari Lake and Donald Trump and Doug Logan with Cyber Ninjas, the Republicans you have in that state Senate, look what they've done to your state. You've got an election coming up in 1.5 years. Let them know how pissed off you are by not letting them keep their jobs. Because if you let them, crap like this is going to keep happening. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low, low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.